Well, there's a lot of misinformation being spread today around a boxing match between Italian Angela Carini and Algerian Iman Khalif. Now, let me break this down. So, this is what happened. This is what is causing or was the start of all this so-called controversy. Angela Carini abandons Olympic fight after 46 seconds against Iman Khalif. Now, Angela Carini, basically after taking a couple of shots, realized that she was getting hit pretty hard and was not going to win this fight. She bowed out, and Iman Khalif wins the fight. Now, where's the controversy? Well, there are people claiming online that Iman Khalif is trans, or not even just she is a man, not even whatever. There's a man beating up a woman here. That is what is being claimed, which is just patently false. And I'll even get to someone who ended up correcting their misinformation in a bit here. But here is some of that misinformation. J.K. Rowling tweeting out, could any picture some of our new men's rights movement better? The smirk of a male who knows he's protected by a misogynist sporting establishment, enjoying the distress of a woman he's just punched in the head, and whose life's ambition he just shattered. J.K. Rowling, in case I'm sure you know by now, has a very weird obsession with hating on trans people. It is bizarre to say the least. Logan Paul also tweeting out here, this is the purest form of evil. The purest form of evil. I've been watching what's been unfolding in Gaza. I don't think this is the purest form of evil. But anyways, the purest form of evil unfolding right before your eyes. A man was allowed to beat up a woman on a global stage, crushing her life's dream while fighting for her deceased father. The delusion must end. Logan Paul, I'll show you later, ends up correcting himself because he realized he looks like a dumbass. Now, let's first be clear about Iman Khalif's record. She's lost 5 times. So, even if she didn't, this is still a woman in a boxing match. But regardless, this is not someone who's dominating the sport. She's lost 5 times. She was at the Olympics last time and lost in the quarterfinals. Khelif, who is a UNICEF ambassador, has previously spoken about growing up in a rural village and not being allowed to take part in sport, initially by her father, as, quote, he did not approve of boxing for girls. So, again, just to hammer this home, Khelif is a woman. She was raised a woman. She's born a girl. She's not trans, not a man. Khelif is not transgender, and changing gender is illegal in Algeria, as are many other LGBT rights. Now, Khelif does apparently have DSD. This is where I think that the real discussion starts, but I think this is quickly put to bed with the next bit. But just to be clear here, DSD are a group of rare conditions involving genes, hormones, and reproductive organs. Some people with DSDs are raised as female but have XY sex chromosomes and blood testosterone levels in the male range, which is the reason, apparently, why she was banned from other international boxing organizations. So there was a couple. I think it's actually in this piece here. So she did. So once she reached the final, she was disqualified for failing to meet eligibility criteria, and that was based on, they're saying, medical reasons. It was reported due to high levels of testosterone. So, even though, to be clear, these are her natural testosterone levels. This is who she is. This is her natural advantage. Now, you may think, well, she can't fight. It's not fair, right? She has this natural advantage. Shouldn't be allowed to fight. What's interesting, though, and this point is never brought up in any of these discussions with these anti-trans clowns. Athletes in all sports, there are advantages. Some athletes have advantages. Michael Phelps, Olympic swimmer, possesses a disproportionately vast wingspan, for example. Double-jointed ankles give his kick unusual range, and a quirk that borders on supernatural. Phelps apparently produces just half the lactic acid of a typical athlete, and since lactic acid causes fatigue, he's simply better equipped at a biological level to excel in his sport. Now, do you remember conversations about, oh, Michael Phelps should not be allowed to swim? No, he has this natural advantage. He should be kicked out. It's not fair to the other swimmers. No, that was never a conversation. He was celebrated as this incredible athlete, despite, or maybe even because of, these natural advantages. These were never seen as a detriment to him. Yet, why is it different when it comes to someone like Iman Khalif? Not to mention, like basketball. Should we not allow tall people to play basketball? Because clearly they have an advantage over people who aren't tall. No, you're either have to be on the side of we need to uh, include everyone, all these natural advantages. People are gonna have natural advantages in whatever sport that they're in. Like, or not everyone, obviously, but certain people in certain sports have advantages. This being one of them. You either accept that, or you want to dumb down all the sports and kick everyone out who may have an unfair advantage in your mind, an unfair advantage to, say, the average athlete in that sport. This is stupid. No, these people should be allowed to play. These people should, of course, tall people should be allowed to play basketball. Of course, Michael Phelps should be allowed to swim. Of course, Iman Khalif should be allowed to fight. These are natural advantages that these athletes have. They exist in all sports. Now, Logan Paul came out later to tweet this out. Oopsies. I might be guilty of spreading misinformation along with the entirety of this app, which is not true, just people that he follows apparently. Although she's been previously disqualified for failing a gender test and his XY chromosome, some sources say Iman Khalif was born a biological woman. I stand by my sentiment that biological men should not compete against biological women in any sport, and if you disagree, you're a sick F. So it appears he disagrees with his initial tweet because she is a woman. Yet it's still up. He hasn't deleted it. It has what now? 90,000 likes, 16,000 retweets. This bullshit, this misinformation being spread, and he's kept it up. Insane. So, I don't know. What are your thoughts? Should we just ban people that have natural advantages in sport? Or do you agree that this is just the reality of these sports? And some people are going to have these advantages, and who cares?